I fished Burghfeild first, which, as it happens, is literally just the other side of those trees. Fishing there, it's always been just around the corner as such. While I was on Burghfeild, a lot of my friends, you know, my fishing mates, etc., were fishing on this lake. It always just seemed the obvious place to go. Once I'd finished Burghfeild, as I say, it's just the other side of the trees. There's some mega fish in here, including, you know, one they call the baby black. Obviously, everybody knows about the baby black. Mega mirror. Yeah, as I say, just seemed the obvious choice, being as it, you know, I knew a few people that had already fished here and I sort of had half an idea about the lake. Yeah, it just seemed the obvious choice, really. When I first came to Reading to fish Pingewood, this lake was very quiet. In fact, a weekend we'd probably see 2 or 3 anglers over here. A lot of people didn't realise, I suppose, what was in here, but I suppose the main reason was the fish. I think the baby black had only just done 40 pound. I mean, it's a very tricky lake, and obviously people want to catch big fish. That's the fact of it. Not many people were prepared to sit over this lake and fish for a 40 pounder. Yeah, as obviously time's gone on, the fish have grown bigger. The lake now receives a lot more publicity. I mean, Oz caught it, it was mid-40s. In the years after that, it grew further, 47s, it's now done 49s. There's a handful of mega backup fish as well. They're now getting bigger. And yeah, it's just a combination of factors, really. Not only is the lake receiving a lot more publicity, the fish are bigger, and they're very sought after. I mean, there's some mega fish in here, so it's inevitable. But yeah, unfortunately now, it is what you'd class as a circuit water. It is heaving on a weekend. I mean, I've fished here for 2 years now. Well, I mean, what, 5 days from now, 4 days from now, it'll be 2 years since I caught the Common. And 2 weeks after I caught the Common, I came over here. And to be honest, it was still quiet then. It was getting busy in the springs. But as the summer wore on, you know, I can remember that summer, I think there was only 2 or 3 of us doing tying. But yeah, as the years have gone on, I mean, we're 2 years down the line now, and I mean, it's Thursday now. Normally I won't get down till today, but I got down here yesterday just to try and get a decent position, you know, a decent swim. So that, you know, it's changed dramatically. It's gone from being a little quiet club lake with, you know, a handful of upper 30 pound carp in that not many people knew about and not many people fish for, to now it is a very well-known circuit water. But at the end of the day, the fish are big and people want to catch them. That's the way of the world, isn't it? That's just how it is. So yeah, a bit of a shame, but at the same time, it is what it is. Got to be in it to win it, ain't you? The lake's around, I mean, I'm not actually sure how big the lake is. I think it's either 47 or 57 acres. I'm not sure, but let's just say about 50 acres for the sake of this. Lake's about 50 acres with a stock of roughly 40 to 60 carp. I know that's a bit of a wide guess, but no one's actually sure. You've got a dozen canal fish in here. Those are the ones people want to catch, really. They're called canal fish because they were actually stocked from the Kennet years ago. Funny story behind them, actually. They were actually nuisance fish. The lads in the matches on the river were getting hammered by these carp. They kept busting them up like, and so the club electro-fished them out, stuck them in here, and now these are the fish that everybody's fishing for. But yeah, you've got about a dozen of those left, that, with the baby black obviously being the biggest. You know, you've got the A team consists of about 4 or 5 fish, baby black, leather, lungfish, twofold, scale on the shoulder. And then, you know, they sort of range from upper 30s to upper 40s, really. And then you've got half a dozen or so stock Junction 12 stockies. They're quite recognisable fish, deep-bodied, scales down the back. Again, they're 30s, scraper 40. All in all, including those, there's probably about 20, should we say, decent sized fish in here. The other 20 to 40 are made up of small fish. They're either fish that Del has stocked, or fish that have just got in here. I'm convinced a few of them have there's a little like sort of match lake behind the point. They call it the Brown Lee Pool. Stocked with loads of like little fish, you know. It'll happen, I'm sure of it. Whether it's from there or somewhere else, I will catch these fish from somewhere other than the bloody point, I'm telling you. I'd like to catch it on my own terms. I'd love to catch it from where I'm settled now, to be honest, just because I put a lot of time and bait into it. Don't get me wrong, I've caught them all over the lake, but I put a lot of time and bait into that swim. I've caught most of them from there, and in my mind, I feel like I've done my own bit of angling. Fucking cheers, mate. Fucking cheers. I am buzzing.
Well done, boy.
Yes.